Hi, everybody. Well, this is Tim from the Marching Roundtable, and I am talking to one of my favorite people in the whole world, one of my best friends, Lisa Andrews. Lisa, how are you?
Doing great, Tim. How are you today?
I'm great. So I'm excited to get to talk to anybody that's doing superhuman great things for drum corps or marching band or whatever, and you are one of those people. So you are on the road right now with Santa Clara Vanguard Cadets, right?
Yes, Tim, I am. My son is marching with Vanguard Cadets for his second season. He plays trumpet.
Fantastic. So how long have you been on the road?
We left on the 20th, I believe, of July. I think this is day 11 or day 12. I'm not sure.
And you're doing the whole tour?
Doing the whole tour up until DCI, yes.
That's fantastic. I'm so impressed with you. So what made you decide to take all of this time out of your life to do this with the Corps?
Well, I did just a small portion of it last year. Came in when they were in Michigan City for open class finals last year, and just did the last week. And it was great fun, and I figure this is once in a lifetime. When I was marching, my parents were back in Atlanta on the East Coast, and they really didn't get to participate and watch me do my thing, and I just wanted to be able to watch this experience through my son's eyes, and it's very, very exciting.
Right, so you marched Santa Clara, of course, back in the day in the color guard, right?
Yes, yes, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth, yes. Back in the mid-'80s.
You marched after I marched, if we're getting into that thing. So I think it's awesome. I was so impressed with you. So you started your career with Spirit of Atlanta, right?
Yes, when I was in high school, my best friend Lisa and I, we marched Spirit of Atlanta in 81 and 82. And then in 1983, I took a year off and got a job and earned money so I could come to California and try out for the Vanguard.
So super cool. So what are you doing? Like you're a nurse by trade, so you're doing some nurse things too, as well as like helping cook and stuff?
Absolutely. My primary job is on the food crew. There's about 6 of us who are in charge of feeding the kids 3 meals and a snack every day. We've got 150 kids and about 30 staff. And then when medical issues arise, they do call me in to consult.
Okay, so it's very awesome that you're not only there as food crew guru, that's hard to say.
No, I'm definitely a sous chef.
Very cool. So I don't understand how it's possible actually that this crew can feed a corps ever. So what goes into this? Like, tell me about your day. How early are you up? How long are your hours? Do you get time off? Like, tell me a little bit.
Usually we serve breakfast probably around 7:30. So we're usually up at 5:30. It's usually about a 2-hour prep time. And snack is around 10 o'clock. You know, of course, it depends on if it's a show day or not. So we're usually in bed, 11:30, midnight. So not a lot of sleep involved, but a whole lot of fun.
Do you ever get like a nap during the day or anything?
Sometimes. There's usually a little lag time in between dinner cleanup and snack time, and we're able to get our showers and maybe take a little nap. And what we're trying to do now is split up the crew a little bit so that if you're doing snack, you're not doing breakfast, so you're able to get to bed early, and so we're trying to figure out ways to get more rest, especially at this point in the tour.
Yeah, because
and once we hit Michigan City in about a week, then we'll have a lot more helpers coming in, and that's going to be wonderful.
Well, and you'll also be in one place, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, I would think that would be the hardest part, is that you're constantly setting up shop in all these new locations.
Right, yeah, we've been here. Right now we're in Oskaloosa, Iowa, where we've been at William Penn University for the last couple of days, and it's a wonderful facility. It's a huge 2-story indoor gymnasium. It's got a little small indoor football field, partial football field where the guard can practice. The gentleman who's the marching band director here, he's a Vanguard alum. He marched snare in 1983, so he's kind of our connection here. He's Terry DeJong. He's been fantastic. And the kids actually get to go and practice in the university stadium.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic.
Wow, very cool. Okay, so what's your best thing that you make, Lisa? Like, do you have are you especially good at mashed potatoes or something like that?
Well, I don't. Well, tonight we had carne asada tacos, and Another one of the ladies, Maria and I, we didn't marinate the meat, but we were in charge of cooking the meat. I usually help cook eggs in the morning time when we have eggs. But Jen and Rob Shetland, they're in charge of the food crew. Rob is mostly a driver, but he does a lot of the cooking on days when he doesn't have to drive. But Jen is the brainchild behind all this, and she is super organized and fantastic. And yeah, it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, absolutely. So does the Corps have like a favorite food this season?
Oh, let's see. Oh gosh, well, today we had sloppy joes for lunch, and they love the tacos. They love the sloppy joes. Yeah, they love everything that goes out there. They'll eat their own shoe. I mean, they just these kids, they're like vultures on roadkill. You know, it's just even at 10 o'clock at night when we put out snack time, they eat everything we put out. So these kids, they can put it away. It's impressive.
So since you are the cadets and I guess the second tier corps, the feeder corps for the main corps, whatever you want to call it, like what's your average age of the people you have in your corps there? What you guess?
Last year it was 17 and a half. I'm not really sure what it is this year, but probably about the same, maybe a little bit older. I think we have a little bit more mature corps this year.
Very cool, very cool. So what's the weirdest thing that's happened so far to you this summer? Anything really crazy happen?
Well, I'm not sure if it's weird, but we did have a small incident with our equipment truck, which we were able to bounce back from very quickly, and our staff was absolutely amazing in getting all our equipment back up and running and getting the show back on the field full throttle. So I don't know if that was weird, but it was certainly a challenge, and I can't say how impressed I was with the kids and the staff because it just never fazed them one bit. They never missed a beat. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Very cool.
I mean, they performed their show without a sound system, basically without a sound system and without their props, and still were magnificent. It was pretty awesome.
Well, and they're having a great season. I know you're excited. How often do you get to watch the show?
Fairly often. Yeah, we've seen most of the shows.
So how does that work? You go with the corps to the location, and then you set up the snack there? Is that the way it works? Right.
We usually prepare it ahead of time, and we'll have it under the bus, and then we pass it out when the kids are changing and loading the truck and things like that. It's usually pretty simple. If it's a show day, the snack is usually pretty simple.
Well, one of the reasons I want to talk to you, Lisa, is that I feel like the support people behind the corps are often not noticed. Which actually, if you do your job well, I guess nobody should really notice you.
Right.
But I want to make sure that you, and on behalf of everyone in the community, I can say thank you to you and everybody. Please share that with everybody that you have there. We so appreciate you making Drum Corps possible. I mean, without you guys there giving of your time and your hard work, none of this would be possible. We have to feed these kids who are working so hard all day. So do you feel appreciated? Like, do you get feedback from the students or the staff that they appreciate you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Every kid that comes through the line says please and thank you. These are just the most gracious and amazing kids. They are so thankful for this experience and for what we're doing for them. Because if we don't, they'll hear about it from the director. He expects a very they have to sign a code of conduct when they join the Corps, and he expects them to abide by this code of conduct. So there are very high expectations of behavior, and they're expected to be very respectful of the staff and of the volunteers. And if he hears that that's not happening, you don't want to be that kid.
Wow, that's really impressive. Of course, we all know that's part of what we learn as part of the marching activity is to be thankful and responsible and all those things. Have you noticed a difference in Calvin now that he's been a part of Drum Corps for a couple seasons?
Absolutely. Even after the first season, even his classmates noticed a tremendous change in him. He was a different kid. He was much more responsible, much more mature, and even more so this year. He's definitely growing up in Drum Corps just like I did. It changed me. I would have been a completely different person had I not done the activity. It taught me to be an adult and to be responsible for my own stuff. I was over 2,000 miles away from home. I had to be. There was nobody else to do it for me. So
I could say the exact same thing, no doubt about it. I really grew up when I had to go away from home and take care of myself and learn that responsibility. It's huge.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell you, Lisa, I think you look really great. Like, I thought that you might look like you're dragging a little bit or something. Like, I'm amazed that you like you're really holding up great.
Well, I'm sorry I don't look crappier, Tim, but
Well, it's not like I wanted you to look bedraggled or anything, but I mean, like I'm impressed with how you're holding up.
Well, I'm wearing a dirty apron and everything. I wanted to look authentic, so.
That you do. When you have your hair back in the ponytail, that's the usual thing.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I hate my hair on my neck when it's hot. Yes, absolutely. Keeping it simple.
Well, I can't wait to see you. I'm going to be in Indy, of course. I can't wait to see you in person. We will have more of these interviews, hopefully, between now and then, but I for sure am going to be saying hello to you in person, and all the listeners and people that are watching this that have fallen in love with you tonight can see you again.
Very good. I'd love for you to talk to Jen too. She is a hoot and a half. You will love her.
Let's make that happen. I definitely would love to do that.
Absolutely.
And again, Lisa, just thank you for stopping in the middle of such a busy. I mean, I know you're just always busy, but I appreciate you stopping to talk to me. I think it's awesome what you and all the other volunteers and support staff people are doing. So thank you again for all your hard work.
It's an absolute joy. It's an absolute joy.
Fantastic. Thank you, Lisa.
Great to see you, Tim. We'll see you in Indy.